Welcome to the Green Chair interviews. Today we have Jeremy Cunningham joining us from the Department of Anthropology. Welcome. We would like to ask you today, what is your philosophy of teaching?
Well, I think my philosophy of teaching tends to evolve. Initially, I spent a lot of time focused on lecture-based pedagogy, but over the last little while, it's changed in part just as a result of the realization that students had available to themselves piles and piles of information. So much of my focus now is on trying to get students to engage with the diversity that's there, but also to critically assess the information they have on hand.
Okay, so can you maybe just go through with us and let us know what a typical class of yours looks like?
In most cases, a class will be broken up into a series of segments. We might start off with a bit of a preparation, sort of a bridge in from either a live issue that's going on somewhere out in the world, whether it's something from the news or it's something that's shown up online. That'll then be used to set up a question, and the question will then be set up through a series of small lectures, usually probably 10 to 15 minutes. And then after that, I'd like to move into some active learning components.
Okay.
These vary from small group activities to think, pair, shares, to perhaps even a larger discussion group or a question and answer period.
Okay, so can you maybe just tell us something in your class that has worked really well, something that stands out that you'd like to share with us?
One of the more interesting things I've been using in my classroom the last little while, especially in larger classrooms, is a shift towards seminar formats. So often the first half of a course, the first month or so, I'll focus on getting core content, core theoretical content passed on to the students. And that usually focuses on sort of some of the key structures of knowledge within a body of content. So it might be something like, within my recent material culture class, we would look at different theories of material culture and how these sort of fit together. Then I'll have the students go off and find things that they're interested in. And they'll bring that information back into the classroom and use it for a series of seminar discussions. And so for larger classes with perhaps 30 students, I'll actually break it into 3 different discussion groups and then have students who will select a project or a topic, and that topic will be the focus of a day's discussion in the classroom.
So with that said then, how would you best prepare for a class? What is the preparation like for teaching in that style?
Preparation, it always seems to depend on what the content is. I think from each class is slightly different. In most cases, I spend a fair bit of time before the course starts thinking about what my main objectives are. Then once I move into the actual courses, I like to keep it fresh, so I often do a lot of my prep as I'm working my way through the course. It also gives me an opportunity to adjust the interests of the students from one week to the next. And then the emphasis will be on trying to identify something that I want to get across, maybe 3 or 4 key points, and thinking about how best to do that and what combination of both lecture content and types of in-class activities would work to facilitate that.
Just another question, some things that you've gone over some things that worked really well. Is there anything that you've tried that has not worked well that you'd like to share?
Well, it's often the same. So strangely enough, stuff that doesn't work in one context can actually work quite well in another. And it's a standard thing that I think most faculty members and students engage or encounter, and that's group projects. Group projects tend to go either really well or horribly. And sometimes that depends on the personalities that are within a specific group, but often it's about the amount of preparation that goes into it. So trying to set up group projects with things like group norming activities help that to basically increase your chances of success. But inevitably there are some projects that just don't go quite so well.
Right, okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us. It was great having you here at the Green Chair interviews.
Thank you.